In this particular class, I will try to discuss a few questions based on the continuity and differentiability. So this is the first question. F of x is equals to mod x minus 1. So no need to check, earlier also we discussed, no doubt this function is continuous everywhere but not differentiable exactly at one point at x is equals to 1. So how to check systematic way, just for the purpose of board exams, how to do this question I will discuss. Limit x tends to 1 minus f of x is equals to, limit x tends to 1 plus f of x must be equal to f of 1. If all these values are equal, then we say that function is continuous at x is equals to 1. So that is the definition of modulus of x. I hope so everyone know. When x greater than or equals to 1 mod x, we can write x. When x less than 1 mod x, we can write it as minus of x minus 1. Now 1 minus means less than 1. Less than 1 case, that is the function. So we are writing limit x tends to 1. I am writing 1 only, whether you observed or not. But what I am writing here, 1 minus less than 1 case, whatever the function, that function I am writing, that is equals to 0. Now this is equals to limit x tends to 1. 1 plus case, what is the function? 1 plus means more than 1. More than 1 case, the function is x minus 1, that is equals to 0. Next, what is f of 1? Equal to 1 case, we have to take 1 minus 1, that is equals to 0. Left hand limit is equals to right hand limit, that is equals to functional value. Therefore, we can say the function is continuous at x is equals to 1. Next, I am checking the differentiability at x is equals to 1. So this is the way to check. Limit x tends to 1 minus f of x minus f of 1 divided by x minus 1, that is equals to limit x tends to 1. 1 minus means less than 1. The function is minus of x minus 1 minus f of 1 value 0 divided by x minus 1. So we got minus 1. Limit x tends to 1 plus f of x minus f of 1 divided by x minus 1, that is equals to limit x tends to 1. 1 plus means greater than 1. Greater than 1 case, the function is x minus 1 minus f of 1 equal to 1 case, f of 1 is equal to 0 by x minus 1. Here x minus 1 gets cancelled, we are getting 1. Left hand derivative is not equal to right hand derivative, so the function is not differentiable at x is equals to 1. So that is the way to approach in the board exams. Okay. So directly we can write, because you know how to draw the graph. You know the graph of mod x minus 1. Mod x minus 1 graph is this one. At x is equals to 1, there is a sharp edge. So that's why at x is equals to 1, the function is not differentiable. Just you can observe another question we are discussing here. F of x is equals to mod x minus 1 plus mod x minus 2. F of x is equals to mod x minus 1 plus mod x minus 2. Just I will try to discuss about this particular function. All of you pay attention here. Different methods I will discuss. First of all, I will try to discuss the regular standard one. So I am discussing greater than or equals to 2 case, what happens? Greater than or equals to 1 and less than 2 case, what happens? And less than 1. These are the 3 cases I am discussing about this particular function. So the first case is if x values are greater than or equals to 2. X values greater than or equals to 2 means no doubt already x values are more than 1 also. That's why both becomes positive. So we are getting to x minus 3. Right? Next, if 1 less than or equals to x less than 2, that means x values are less than 2. Less than 2 means it becomes a negative. That's why you will get minus x plus 2. Greater than 1, these values are more than 1. That's why that becomes positive, x minus 1. So now plus minus cancel, we are getting 1. Right? So that means between 1 and 2, we are getting a straight line y is equals to 1. Next, less than 1. Less than 1 means what? These values are obviously less than 2 also. That's why both are negative. When both are negative, it becomes 3 minus 2x. Okay, so try to draw the graph for this, or regular method also we can discuss. Both I will do it, no issue. So we are getting here x is less than 1. Now we have to check the continuity of the function at x is equals to 2 and at x is equals to 1 we have to check. Okay, right, limit x tends to 2 minus f of x, that is equals to limit x tends to 2. 2 minus means what? Less than 2. Less than 2 case the function is 1, so we got 1. Next, limit x tends to 2 plus f of x, that is equals to limit x tends to 2. Come on, tell me. 2 plus means greater than 2. Greater than 2 case the function is 2x minus 3. Come on, apply the limit. 2 2s are 4 minus 3, we are getting 1. Now finally f of 2 equal to 2. Are equal to 2 means this function we have to consider. So we will get 2 into 2 minus 3, that value is equals to 1. Left hand limit at 2, right hand limit at 2, functional value at 2, all are equal. Therefore the function is continuous at x is equals to 2. In the similar way we can check the continuity at x is equals to 1 also. Next I am checking the differentiability at x is equals to 1. Observe now here, limit x tends to 1 minus f of x minus f of 1 divided by x minus 1. So that is nothing but limit x tends to 1. Come on, tell me. 1 minus. 1 minus means less than 1. Less than 1 case this is the function 3 minus 2x minus what is f of 1? Equal to 1. Equal to 1 case the function is 1 divided by x minus 1. Now that simplification you will get limit x tends to 1. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 minus 2x. That's why if you take minus 2 common, x minus 1 divided by x minus 1. So we are getting the answer as minus 2. Okay. So left hand derivative we got minus 2. Next, limit x tends to 1 plus f of x minus f of 1 divided by x minus 1 I am finding. Now this is equals to limit x tends to 1. 1 plus means greater than 1. 1 plus means greater than 1. Greater than 1 case what is the function? 1 minus f of 1, that means equal to 1. The function is 1 divided by x minus 1. Can you tell me what happens here? Sir, this getting 0 by 0. Don't say it is not 0 by 0. It is exactly 0. Exactly 0 by tending to 0. X is tending to 1. It is exactly 0 divided by tending to 0. You can't say 0 by 0. 0 by 0 means tending to 0 by tending to 0. That only we will call it as indeterminate form. But here we are getting exactly 0 divided by tending to 0, because x value is tending to 1. X value is very close to 1. That's why you will get definitely some value 0.0000 something, right? So that's why 0, exactly 0 by tending to 0. That's why this value we are getting as 0. Left hand derivative we got minus 2. Right hand derivative we got 0. Both are not equal. Therefore, the function is not differentiable at x is equals to 1. Similarly, we can check the function is not differentiable at x is equals to 2 also. So that is the way of proceeding the particular question. So we can say these type of functions are everywhere continuous but not differentiable exactly at 2 points. Those are the 2 points. 1, 2. This function is everywhere continuous and everywhere differentiable except at 2 points. Those 2 points are 1, 2. So if you want to construct the graph, so I am trying to construct the graph of that particular function also. This is 1 and this is 2. If you draw these lines between 1 and 2, we have the straight line y is equals to 1. Between 1 and 2 we got the line y is equals to 1, Greater than 2 we got one straight line like this. Less than 1 we got another straight line. This is the another straight line. That is the graph. You can observe at 1 there is a sharp edge. At 2 there is a sharp edge. So that's why the function is not differentiable at x is equals to 1 and at x is equals to 2. Suppose we have another function is given. Just give me an example. The function is continuous everywhere but not differentiable exactly at 3 points. So then we can give like this. F of x is equal to mod x minus 1 plus mod x minus 2 plus mod x minus 3. So if I want to construct the graph for this one, I will get this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3. So you will get for 1, next this one, again it will go like this, 2. So same way you can draw, you will get the same only like this, 2, again from 2 to 3 like this, and again from 3 onwards like this. So here you will get one sharp edge, here we are getting another sharp edge, and this is one more sharp edge. So the function is continuous everywhere but not differentiable exactly at 3 points. One point is this one, that is 1, the other point is 2, and one more point is this one when x is equals to 3, right? So now see this question. F of x is equals to these are textual questions. Ax plus 1 bx plus 3 if x less than or equals to 3, and this is given when x greater than 3. The function is continuous at x is equals to 3. Then is asking the relationship between a and b. Function is continuous at x is equals to 3 given. That means limit extends to 3 minus f of x is the same as limit extends to 3 plus f of x is the same as f of 3. Left hand limit is equals to right hand limit, that is equals to functional value given in the question. Now we can write this one as limit extends to 3. 3 minus means less than 3. Less than 3 case the function is ax plus 1. Now this is equal to limit extends to 3 plus, that means 3 plus means more than 3. More than 3 case the function is bx plus 3 is equals to f of 3 equal to 3. Equal to 3 case we have to write a into 3 plus 1. So we got here a into 3 plus 1 is equals to 3b plus 3 is the same as 3a into plus, because all these are equal. He is asking relationship between a and b. Therefore we got 3a is equal to 3b plus 2. So that is the relationship between a and b when the function is continuous at x is equals to 3. So this is another question. F of x is equals to k into cos x divided by pi minus 2x if x value is not equal to pi by 2. Now that is given as 3 if x value is equals to pi by 2. F of x is equals to k into cos x by pi minus 2x if x not equal to pi by 2, that is equals to 3 if x is equals to pi by 2. Now you can observe function is continuous at x is equal to pi by 2 given. Function is continuous at x is equals to pi by 2, then he is asking to find the value of k. Array function is continuous at x is equals to pi by 2 means limit extends to pi by 2, f of x must be equal to f of pi by 2. Sir, why you are not finding left hand limit and right hand limit? No need to find out left hand limit and right hand limit for this particular problem. The reason is not equals to 2 case the function is given this one. That means either the less than pi by 2 or greater than pi by 2, same function we have to consider. Pi by 2 minus case or pi by 2 plus case, we have to consider the same function only. That's why no need to find out left hand limit and right hand limit. So now I can write this one as limit x tends to pi by 2. F of x is given as k into cos x divided by pi minus 2x, that must be equal to 3, because function is continuous at x is equal to pi by 2 given. Continuous means limit value must be equal to functional value. Functional value given as 3. Right. Now this is equals to limit x tends to pi by 2, k into cos x can be written as sin 90 minus x, divided by, if you take 2 common, you will get pi by 2 minus x. Now you can observe sin theta by theta, we are getting 1. So k by 2 is equals to 3. That is the reason we are getting the value of k is equal to 6. So if the function is continuous at x is equals to pi by 2, we got the value of k is equal to 6. So this is another type of model based on composition of functions. He is asking to show f of x is equal to cos of x square is a continuous function. So that's why I write down like this: g of x is equals to x square, which is a continuous everywhere. Polynomial function, you know the graph of x square also, which is a continuous everywhere. And next one you can take h of x is equal to cos x. Yes, trigonometric function, cos x graph also you know, which is a continuous everywhere. Now I am considering h circle g of x. H circle g of x, that is nothing but h of g of x. Right? So what is h of g of x is what? X square. Array g of x is x square. No, h of x square. H of x square means you will get cos of x square, which is nothing but the given function f of x or not. So g is a continuous everywhere, h is a continuous everywhere, no doubt their composition is also continuous everywhere. So this is another function given in the same type. Try to consider what we have to take it as. F of x is given as sin of mod x. These are all the textual questions, okay. So now here you can consider g of x is equals to mod x and h of x is equals to sin x. Whether you observed or not, these two functions are everywhere continuous. You have to write in the question exams. H of x is equal to sin x is everywhere continuous, and g of x is equal to mod x is also everywhere continuous. Therefore, their composition, come on, tell me what is their composition? H circle g of x. H circle g of x is nothing but h of g of x. So that is nothing but h of, what is g of x? Mod x. Now what we can write? H of mod x means we have to write sin of mod x, which is nothing but the given function f of x, right? So these two functions are everywhere continuous, no doubt, then their composition is also continuous everywhere. So now you can see the another model. F of x is equals to x square into sin 1 by x when x is not equals to 0, that is equals to 0 when x value is equals to 0. So we have to check about the continuity and differentiability of this function. Right, first of all, once again, no need to find out left hand limit and right hand limit. The reason is 0 minus same function, 0 plus k is also the same function. That's why no need to find out the left hand limit and right hand limit. We can write this one as limit x tends to 0 f of x is equals to limit x tends to 0. You will get x square into sin 1 by x. So this is equals to 0 into a finite value. Whatever you substitute here, it's a finite value because sin theta always lies in between -1 and +1. So right, so 0 into a finite value oscillates between -1 and +1. This is a finite value, that information is enough because 0 into a finite value becomes 0 only. So 0 into a finite value oscillates between -1 and +1. So that's why you will get the answer as 0. Right? So the function is continuous at x is equal to 0. The reason is this is nothing but f of 0. So limit value is equal to functional value. So the function is continuous at x is equal to 0. Now I am checking the differentiability at x is equal to 0. Limit x tends to 0. f of x minus f of 0 divided by x minus 0. Yes or no? Now this is equals to limit x tends to 0. F of x is equal to x square into sin 1 by x minus 0 divided by x minus 0. Now what happened this one? Limit x tends to 0. X gets cancelled. We are getting x into sin 1 by x. So we are getting the same 0 into a finite value. So it becomes 0. Right? So here the function is differentiable at x is equal to 0 because limit exists finitely. So we can say the function is differentiable at x is equal to 0. This function is continuous and differentiable at x is equals to 0. So that means it is continuous and differentiable everywhere. Now the very simple question here is, instead of this x square I am writing x into sin 1 by x. Then what happens? Yes, no doubt here limit x tends to 0, x into sin 1 by x. No doubt it becomes 0 into a finite value oscillates between minus 1 and plus 1, that's why 0. But what about derivative? Left hand derivative, right hand derivative, not required. Limit x tends to 0, f of x minus f of 0 divided by x minus 0, that is equals to limit x tends to 0, f of x is equal to x into sin 1 by x minus 0 divided by x minus 0. Now x cancel, we are getting limit x tends to 0, sin 1 by x. Now what happens? This value does not exist. Does not exist means, yes, this value oscillates between minus 1 and plus 1 we can say, but we can't say exactly what that value. But this value oscillates between minus 1 and plus 1. So that's why this limit does not exist. So that is the reason function is not differentiable at x is equal to 0. This function is continuous but not differentiable at x is equal to 0. So similar type of question you can check one more here. So this is the question given like this. F of x is equals to now cos 1 by x. Same you can take sin 1 by x also just for the change. If x not equal to 0, that is equals to, we can write 0 if x is equals to 0. Now what we can say? This function is not continuous, not differentiable. Because not continuous, that is enough. If the function is not continuous means no doubt it is not differentiable. Right? Why it is not continuous? The reason is limit x tends to 0. F of x is equals to limit x tends to 0 cos 1 by x. That's what earlier we discussed. Oscillating discontinuity. Because this value, this limit value oscillates between minus 1 and plus 1. So that's why we can say the function is, because function f of 0 is given 0. But this limit value oscillates between minus 1 and plus 1. That's why function is not continuous. Once the function is not continuous means it is not differentiable at x is equals to 0. So now the problem is given like this. F of x is equals to 3 into e to the power of 1 by x minus 7 into e to the power of minus 1 by x divided by 4 into e to the power of 1 by x plus 5 into e to the power of minus 1 by x. So when x is not equal to 0. So that is given as 1 by 2 when x value is equals to 0. We have to check the continuity and differentiability of this function at x is equal to 0. Right? So here a small confusion will arise. Sir, not equal to 0 is there. Is it required to find left hand limit, right hand limit? Yes. Here it is required left hand limit, right hand limit. Why? Because when x is approaching to 0 minus, it is approaching to minus infinity. When it is approaching to minus infinity, this total value is tending to 0. When x is approaching to 0 plus, this total value is approaching to infinity. When this value is approaching to infinity, this total value is approaching to infinity. E power infinity tending to infinity. So that's why, though it is x not equal to 0 is there, we have to find out left hand limit, right hand limit separately. Okay, first of all we will find out left hand limit. Limit x tends to 0 minus f of x that is nothing but limit h tends to 0, f of 0 minus h. Yes. Now I can write this one as limit h tends to 0. In place of x we have to write 0 minus h. So we will get 3 into e to the power of minus 1 by h minus 7 into e to the power of 1 by h divided by 4 into e to the power of minus 1 by h plus 5 into e to the power of 1 by h. Wherever x is there, in place of x I written minus h. Now this can be written further. Here I am substituting means e power infinity tending to infinity, e power infinity tending to infinity. So infinity by infinity form we are getting. So we have to think in a different way how to approach. You can't write infinity by infinity. So that's why we can write this one as limit h tends to 0, 3 into e to the power of minus 2 by h minus 7 divided by 4 into e to the power of minus 2 by h plus 5. Numerator and denominator divided with e power 1 by h. So we got this one. Now as h tends to 0, this value is tending to 0. This value is also tending to 0. So we got the answer as minus 7 by 5. No need to find out right hand limit now. The reason is because left hand limit we got minus 7 by 5, but the functional value we got 1 by 2. Left hand limit and the functional value are not equal. That is enough. We can say the function is not continuous at x is equal to 0. And a function is not continuous means no doubt the function is not differentiable also. Right? See, this is the particular question. F of x is equals to x minus 3 into x minus 5 if x value greater than 5, that is equals to 2x minus 10 if x value less than or equals to 5. He is asked function is continuous at x is equals to 5 or not, that we have to check. So first of all I am checking the continuity. Limit x tends to 5 minus f of x is equals to limit x tends to 5. Come on, tell me. 5 minus less than 5. Less than 5 case this is the function. So 2x minus 10, that is equals to 10 minus 10, we will get 0. Next, limit x tends to 5 plus. So that is equal to 5 plus, that is equal to limit x tends to 5. 5 plus means greater than 5. Greater than 5 case this is the function x minus 3 into x minus 5. If you put x is equals to 5, we will get 0. What is f of 5? Equal to 5. Equal to 5 case we will get 0. Because equal to 5 means we have to consider this function 2 into 5 minus 10. Left hand limit, right hand limit, functional value are equal. Therefore the function is continuous at x is equals to 5. Now we have to check the differentiability of this particular function at x is equals to 5. So we are finding limit x tends to 5 minus f of x minus f of 5 divided by x minus 5, that is equals to limit x tends to 5. 5 minus means less than 5. Less than 5 case the function is 2x minus 10 minus f of 5 value we know 0 divided by x minus 5. If you take 2 common, cancel, we are getting 2. Left hand derivative we got 2. Now right hand derivative we are finding. Limit x tends to 5 plus f of x minus f of 5 divided by x minus 5. So now this is equal to limit x tends to 5. Check 5 plus. 5 plus means greater than 5. Greater than 5 case the function is given as x minus 3 into x minus 5 minus 0 divided by x minus 5. Now x minus 5 cancel. Apply the limit. 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. Left hand derivative is equals to right hand derivative. Therefore the function is differentiable at x is equals to 5, we can say. So the same question we can do it in another way, but this is the way you have to approach for the board exams. We can do it in another way also. Can you tell me f dash of 5 minus, in the 5 minus case this is the function. What about its differentiation? Its differentiation is equals to 2. Next, f dash of 5 plus. So 5 plus more than 5, okay, this is the function. What is the function? Tell me. X square, right, minus 3x minus 5x, that means 8x plus 15, right? This is the function. Tell me its differentiation. Yes, its differentiation is 2x minus 8. Okay, so what we have to find out? F dash of 5, right? So that's why 2 into 5 minus 8. 5 plus case, what is the function? This is the function. That function we are differentiating. 5 plus case, what is the function? That function we are differentiating at x is equal to 5. So that also we got 2 only. So left hand derivative, right hand derivative, both are equal. So the function is differentiable at x is equals to 5. You can do it in another way also. Another way means in place of x we are writing 5 minus h and h turns to 0. That is also for board exam purpose. Okay. So either do like this or you can proceed like this for the objective exam purpose. So like that we can discuss n number of problems in basic level. So we will confine our discussion with more 2 questions. So these are the questions given in the previous board exams. F of x is equals to sin a plus 1 into x plus sin x divided by x when x values are less than 0. That is given as C when x values is equals to 0. So that we can write it as x plus bx square under root minus root x divided by b into x power 3 by 2 when x values are greater than 0. So that is the question given. So he is saying that function is continuous at x is equals to 0. If the function is continuous at x is equal to 0, then he is asking to find the values of a, b, c. A value, b value, c value we have to find out. Okay, function is continuous at x is equal to 0. Now I can write limit x tends to 0 minus f of x, that is equals to limit x tends to 0. 0 minus case, that is the function sin of a plus 1 into x divided by x plus sin x divided by x. Now what to do? What about this limit? I hope so everyone know what to do. Multiply with a plus 1 here. Here also multiply with a plus 1. Now this becomes sin theta by theta 1. Here also sin theta by theta 1. So we got the answer as a plus 2. That is left hand limit. Now limit x tends to 0 plus f of x. So that is equals to limit x tends to 0 f of x. What is f of x? 0 plus case. 0 plus means greater than 0. We will write x plus bx square minus root x divided by b into x power 3 by 2. Here 0 plus, but here I am not writing 0 plus. The reason is greater than 0 case the function I considered. Now we have to do the rationalization. Limit x tends to 0. We can write this one as x plus bx square minus x divided by b into x power 3 by 2 into root of x plus bx square plus root x. Now you can check plus x minus x cancel, b also gets cancelled, right? So we are getting this one as limit x tends to 0, x square divided by x square into root of 1 plus bx plus 1. I hope so everyone follow. Because here and here taken, here x taken outside root x. So root x taken common, root x is nothing but x power 1 by 2. X power 3 by 2 into x power 1 by 2, you will get x square. X square cancel, already b gets cancelled. Now put x is equal to 0, we are getting 1 by 2. Right? So with the information, left hand limit we got a plus 2. Functional value is equal to c. Right hand limit we got 1 by 2. Just now we got 1 by 2. So from this I can say a plus 2 must be equal to 1 by 2. That's why we can say the value of a is equal to minus 3 by 2. At the same time, C value must be equal to 1 by 2. And what about B? What about B value? So B is, because there is no involvement of B here, that's why we can say B is any real number. So B is any real number, but exclude 0, because B is any real number. You are saying if B is equal to 0, denominator becomes 0 or not. That's why B is any real number excluding 0. So those are the values of A, B, C. Just one more question, the last question. I will try to conclude this basic level. So this is the question. The question is given like this: f of x is equals to, this is also very easy question given in the previous year's board exams, 1 plus x by a minus log of 1 minus x by b divided by x. That is the information given. Function is continuous at x is equal to 0 given, then he is asking f of 0. Function is continuous at x is equal to 0, then he is asking to find the value of f of 0. Right, limit x tends to 0, f of x is nothing but f of 0. Because function is continuous at x is equal to 0 means what we know? This limit has to exist. This limit has to exist and that must be equal to f of 0. Now observe here, this is equals to limit x tends to 0. What is f of x? Logarithm of 1 plus x by a, right, plus logarithm of 1 plus minus x by b, right, whole divided by x. Here also whole divided by x, because this minus I removed here and written here. Now multiply with a, divide with a, multiply with b, divide with b. Now observe here, log 1 plus x divided by x, you will get 1. Here also log 1 plus x divided by x, you will get 1. So we are getting 1 by a plus 1 by b, right? So limit value we got 1 by a plus 1 by b, that must be equal to the value of f of 0, because the function is continuous given. So that's why limit value is equal to functional value. Just one more question here. The function is given like this. This is also the textual question in the NCERT textbook. G of x is equals to x minus integral part of x given. No doubt, that is fractional part of x. You know the graph of fractional part of x. So you will get the graph of the fractional part of x like this. You know the maximum value is 1. So this is the graph of fractional part of x. You will get the parallel lines. You never get 1 also. The value is always lies between minus 1 and plus 1. That is the graph of fractional part of x, lies between 0 and 1. Okay, so g of x is equal to x minus integral part of x, which is nothing but the fractional part of x. We have to show that it is discontinuous at all integers. Yes, graphically we can say it easily, it is discontinuous everywhere, but how to represent this one for the purpose of board exams? Let x is equals to c be an arbitrary integer. Let x is equals to c be an arbitrary integer. Now I am checking at c minus and c plus I am checking. Now limit x tends to c minus g of x, that is equals to limit x tends to c minus, what is g of x? X minus integral part of x. Come on, what happens? Observe here, x tends to 2 minus, what about integral part of x? 2 minus integral part of x is equal to 1. Not 1, it is 2 minus 1. At the same time, x tends to 3 minus integral part of x is equals to 2. It is nothing but 3 minus 1. At the same time, tell me x tends to 3 plus integral part of x is equal to 3 only. X tends to 4 plus integral part of x is equal to 4 only. Array 4 plus means 4.0001. Integral part of 4.001 is 4 only. So that's why 3 minus case we are getting 3 minus 1 integral part. Where 3 plus case we are getting 3 only. So that is the funda you have to catch here. Right, C minus case, this value is becoming C minus 1. So that's why I can write this one as limit x tends to C. Now I am not writing C minus. Why? Because C minus case, this is the function is going to be affected. So that modified as x minus C minus 1. Because C minus case, this is becoming C minus 1. Now apply the limit, you will get C minus 1. So we are getting the answer as 1. Left hand limit we got 1. Okay, now we are checking the right hand limit also. Limit x tends to C plus g of x. That is equals to limit x tends to C plus x minus integral part of x. Right? Now I can write this one as limit x tends to C. Now I am not writing C plus. I am writing just C only. C plus case. How it will affect? It will affect as C. Right? So that's why we will get x minus C. Now apply the limit. C minus C is equal to 0. Alright, left hand limit we got 1. Right hand limit we got 0. When x is equals to C, the function is not continuous because C is an arbitrary integer. So add all integers, the function, because C is an arbitrary integer. In place of C you can take 1 or 2 or minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, any integer we can take. So that's why at an arbitrary integer this function is discontinuous. So this function is discontinuous at all integers. Okay, so that is the discussion regarding the, I can say, the basic level questions on continuity and differentiability. So next video we are going to upload the second level of questions on continuity and differentiability. Okay, bye bye.